Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the All Van All Day podcast. I'm your host, Tom Van, and on today's episode, we have Tommy Bernotas back in the house for another
What's up,
round.
ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, how's it going, Tommy?
Doing well. How about yourself, Tom?
Doing well, dude. I think it's been a couple weeks, maybe. I don't know.
I think it was like last week.
Oh no, last week.
Last
Okay.
week, 2 weeks. I don't know. Time flies.
Yeah, it does. So we've been up to the past week.
Same old. You know, work that I don't really enjoy, but it happens.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
It's just been the usual grind, of work and just editing the podcast and just figuring out
We got
a bunch of
you've
stuff.
been busy. We got some good stuff cooking up in the lab. I
Oh
hear.
yeah, we do, dude. I've been cooking hard in the lab, so
You got some exciting things, people,
yep. But
coming in the future. You'll find out.
Yeah, a lot of people coming on and just more stories to hear and things to see, But let's talk about what just happened, that we just found out earlier this morning.
Wild.
Rest in peace, Juice WRLD.
Rest in peace.
He had
R.I.P.
a seizure
Seizure
Yep.
at an airport.
at an airport,
Which
so
is, you feel like that's one of the places where it's, not to make light of it, but it's one of those places where if you need attention, you can get attention pretty quickly. But
yeah,
it's still crazy, just so sudden and
it
very
is.
unfortunate.
And he was only 21,
That's wild.
so younger than us.
And
He was still making music.
in his coming to his prime. That's
Yeah.
sucks. It's
It
terrible.
sucks. Yeah, it is. And like I preached before, life is just too short, and it's again, you never know what's gonna happen, and it's
Yeah.
just sad to just see that, and we lost another artist, to whatever they'll find out about it, how that happened, but
Yeah.
it's just unfortunate.
R.I.P. That's
R.I.P..
unfortunate.
But in lighter news, you said you had some stories.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'll talk about also something that happened this morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I went out last night, had a couple beers with the boys. Had a little bit of a hangover this morning. And you know what I thought of is that when you're hungover and you're driving home from a friend's house or a friend's apartment, wherever, and you're like, oh, I got to get gas.
Yeah.
That's just a terrible situation. Sunday morning at a gas station, it's cold. It's just a terrible situation all around. To make that worse, so I pulled into the gas station. There was cars at all the tanks, so I couldn't do anything, or all the pumps, so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I parked. I'm like, okay, I'll just go grab a Gatorade inside, and then there'll be a parking, and hopefully there'll be a pump open. Go inside, get my Gatorade. I also bought some cookies because I was hungry. And then I come out and pull up to the parking spot, or pull up to the pump. Jeez. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Pull up to the pump, and the card reader's not working. So I have to go inside again.
Oh my God.
And I put my money. I give him the card. I'm like, hey, I'm just put $15 on pump number 3. I don't need to go that far, whatever. Walk outside. And then I don't know how to use the pump because you had to flip a little latch thing for the pump to actually start working.
Really?
So I walked inside again, and I was like, "Hey, how do I work the pump?"
Yeah.
I had to go inside 3 times just to get gas. It was the worst gas station experience I've ever had.
I imagine somebody from the other side just watching this
They-
just watching you
just
go
one
back.
Idiot, yeah,
Just going back
and
inside.
forth, back and forth. It was a nightmare situation.
But you managed to get the gas.
I got
though,
the gas.
right?
I got the cookies. I got the Gatorade.
Okay. Oh, so you got everything.
I got everything.
Yeah.
It ended up being a successful trip. Just took way longer than I
Way
needed it to
longer.
be.
Just way
I
unnecessary.
felt like an idiot the whole time too. I was like, oh my gosh.
I was like,
Maybe I'll
let me
fly back
just
inside.
get gas and let me leave.
It was terrible. But it happens. Sunday morning gas station trips, they suck. What can you do?
Oh yeah. You can't do anything about it because I remember when I got gas. There's this one guy. He parked. You know how there's 2, right? There's one front, one in the back.
Yeah.
So this guy, he was about to get gas too. I was like, okay, I hope he, either goes all the way to the forward,
Oh,
right?
just park at the.
Yeah, he just parked not in the forward. He parked in the back. So I had to go all the way around to go behind him to get the gas.
That's
I'm like,
the worst.
I'm like, dude, you didn't see me right
Just
here.
Come on, dude. Just pull up.
Just pull up.
Common courtesy.
Common courtesy for me. But I had to go all the way around to get gas. You know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
I finished before him, and then I had to back out to go all the way back around to get out.
That's
Because
tough.
this guy was just
That's tough.
Dude, that's so tough. But your instances, I feel like it's worse because you had to go back and forth.
I was, oh my god, it was just awful. But you know what? It happens. Sometimes you just get crappy gas station trips, and you know.
Yeah, but hey,
being hungover certainly didn't help for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were a little hungover there.
I was just miserable. I was like, I just want to die.
And you were outside in the cold.
Outside in the cold. Oh god. It's just the beginning. It's just the start of December.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's just gonna get so much.
Like
colder.
we're about to get hit with the shitstorm of a winter. Well, that's what I feel.
It's also gonna rain. I saw.
No way, it's gonna rain
tomorrow and Tuesday, which is just terrible. Because now it's gonna be all like
ice, right?
Gross. Like
yeah.
Icy,
Oh, it's gonna be gross.
Like the snow is gonna melt and it's just gonna be muddy. Ugh.
Damn.
And then it's gonna get stupid cold.
Are the Patriots playing?
Patriots do play today.
No, but like what time? Like, is it 4:30 game? Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna hit a lot of traffic at first, but that was good.
No, they're away, aren't they?
No, it's in Foxborough.
Oh, this
but
is
it's
home?
at 4:30, so I didn't hit.
Yeah. So I'm thinking you're gonna hit traffic, and then once we're done, you're not gonna hit traffic.
I'll probably just bounce out of here quick.
Yeah,
should be nice.
But okay, so
for people who don't know, the entire town of Foxborough and the surrounding area just shuts down when the Patriots.
Oh
play.
yeah, it does. Route 1.
Gridlock traffic if you're going anywhere close. Like they close a bunch of roads down.
Yeah, it's the worst. You should never go like that route.
When they have Thursday night games, I work in Foxborough, not for the Patriots, unfortunately.
Yeah, not for them.
When they have Thursday night games, like I'll be trying to go home from work.
Yep.
Takes me like 2 hours.
2 hours?
Not 2 hours, but it'll take me like, what normally takes an hour will take me like an hour and a half, and the extra half hour is just getting out of Foxborough.
Yeah, that's how bad it is.
It's insane. Letting you know, I mean,
hey,
traffic.
Hey, at least we're not in California traffic.
Hey, and at least
shout out to 405.
Oh my God, California traffic scares me. Did you see the video? There was like a video circulating Twitter.
Yeah.
Of just like all the traffic in LA around Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, dude, I think
that's just lights.
I think that picture has been used, or that video has been used for years.
See, I don't
but
know.
It's the same.
Is it the same video that's been used for years, or do they just do it
every
take a
year?
New video and it just looks.
It looks the same.
Those I can't even imagine sitting in that traffic. Like, how long does that take to get home? To get wherever you're going?
What?
To get like 1 mile in that traffic?
Oh, the LA one?
Yeah. Gotta take. Imagine.
I don't want to think about it.
You're like in the left lane, and in the right lane, and you have an exit to take, and I'm like, you got to start switching lanes like a mile ahead of time. No, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it because you'll be like, okay, well now I can't get to this off ramp.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
LA traffic. Thank God I don't live there.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, even though people complain about traffic back home, it could be worse.
Yeah.
Right? It could be way worse.
And that's also what I think about whenever I see Patriots shutting down the city of Foxborough, like town of Foxborough. I'm like, hey, at least I'm a Pats fan. Like, if I was like anything else,
dude,
and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm a Jets fan.
That's what I'm saying.
And I have to just sit in this Foxborough traffic because the Patriots are playing. That would infuriate me.
Yeah,
no end.
That's what I'm saying.
At least it's like, okay, like who are the Patriots gonna kick ass against today?
Yep. But I was gonna say too. I think it's like because you know how I told you one of my friends is like a Buffalo Bills fan, right? Shout out Josh.
Go Bills.
Yeah, so I remember that there was a time, you know, when the Bills they were sucking every year, right? And it's like actually great to see them do well, right? Yeah. So do you think that might happen for the Jets eventually?
No, until they switch ownership. I think their ownership is inept. I don't actually know who the owners are.
Yeah.
I just follow a couple Jets fans on Twitter, and they say that.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean,
because the Bills, like we said before, they were sucking, but then somehow they just started getting good.
They started getting good, and I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with Josh Allen, their QB.
Yeah.
He's great. Very, very fun.
So do you think Sam Darnold could be like that?
No, Sam Darnold stinks. I think Sam Darnold is garbage.
Okay.
But I mean, I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to root for anyone to fail. I surely hope ends up being a great quarterback. And I mean, it sucks. Like, as a Patriots fan, as a Boston sports fan, we've won a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for other teams and other fans who haven't had that experience, like being a Jets fan.
No.
Jets haven't won anything in a while.
Yeah.
They beat us in the playoffs
So
like once.
so
in
either
2010.
if you're a Jets fan or a Knicks fan,
Oh my God, miserable.
I just
like
I can't imagine being both.
I don't want them to suck. Like I feel bad.
No,
for
I
them.
feel bad. Like I want them to actually do for the Knicks. Shout out 2012 Jeremy Lin. Like that was when
That was so much fun.
that was so fun to watch that Linsanity.
Back to that Sam Darnold thing though.
Yeah.
Real quick. Then we'll hop back into Linsanity because I could talk forever about that.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, if you're listening, please, I love you, buddy. You're on my fantasy team. Don't give up. You're doing great.
You're doing great, Sam.
I want you to prove me wrong. There you go. Shout out Sam Darnold.
Shout out Sam Darnold.
Linsanity, though. What a crazy couple of weeks that was.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
awesome.
That's what I'm saying. I wish. Well, I know a lot of YouTube. I saw a lot of YouTube videos saying like, oh, like what if like Jeremy Lin did stay on the Knicks? Like, would he have been able to keep that Linsanity going? But I know it did stop eventually, and then then Carmelo just comes in there.
Well,
And he
Jeremy
just, like-
Lin, fun fact about him. Well, not really fun fact, pretty well known fact. He was on the Raptors last year.
No, yeah, he was.
He won a ring.
Yeah, he
Shout
won a
out
ring.
Jeremy
Hey,
Lin.
shout out
If
Jeremy
you're
Lin for
listening,
winning a ring.
Congratulations, bud.
Yeah.
Linsanity. I mean, that was up by 2011, 2012.
Yeah, it was 2012, and at that moment, like the Knicks weren't really that relevant still. And then when he came on, he just started going off, and like, dude, the morale of the New York Knicks like went up
That
because
pumped him up a
yeah,
little
because
bit.
like when Carmelo got hurt, that's when it happened. And dude, when he just came back, it just messed up the whole thing.
I'm glad Carmelo's doing well now.
Yes, see,
But,
now I feel for him now because he's playing for the Blazers.
His last few years in the Knicks were rough.
Yeah,
I
it
felt
was
bad for the organization and him as well.
Yeah.
But
Do you think he at that point was just in it for the money because he signed that?
I think he
'Cause he had
was in it for the money up until like a couple years ago. Just because
Yeah.
he's like, I'm just trying to get rich.
Ring. That's
Like, I'm trying to get rich and a ring, obviously.
yeah.
But when he was getting, that was a funny little moment right there. When he was on the Knicks, like I think near the end he was like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna get a ring here. Like I don't think this is happening.
He had so many chances to get a ring. If you went to the 2013 Chicago Bulls, I think he would have won a ring because that team was Derrick Rose,
Nice.
Jimmy Butler, Joakim Noah, Todd Gibson, and then you add Carmelo.
Carmelo, what's crazy about Carmelo is he's won a title at every single level. I think. Maybe
Yes.
not like high school or whatever. But
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
won like national championship.
Yep.
He's won like I think 4 Olympic gold medals.
He's
something like that.
won everything.
Like if he's not on the Olympic team next year, like not that the USA is a surefire gold medal
Yeah.
anymore. Shout
Yeah.
out Lithuania hoops. We're gunning for that gold medal in the Olympics next year.
Let's do it.
Jonas Valanciunas, if you're listening, shout out. Yeah, I think where are we going at? Oh yeah, Carmelo. Like,
Yeah,
I
Carmelo,
hope he
yeah.
gets a ring
Yeah.
because such a long, awesome career. Like,
Yep.
I don't think he's going to get a ring because I don't think the Blazers are going to win it all this year.
No,
but,
it'll
like,
be very tough.
if he can somehow pull it off, I would love that.
Yeah.
If he doesn't,
I hope he retires as a Nugget though. Like, hope he comes back to the
do you
Nuggets.
think he would retire as a Nugget? Or
Okay.
you think, like he was. I mean, he
he started off
became
with
a
a-
star
on the Nuggets.
but I think most of his career was on the Knicks. I
On the
feel
Knicks.
like.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see.
we'll do some research on that later.
Yeah, definitely some research, but
Yeah, Carmelo. Back to how we started the Carmelo conversation. Jeremy Lin.
Yeah.
There was one highlight, and I think it's the highlight of Linsanity, is when I forget it was just a buzzer beater.
Oh,
one of the buzzer beaters.
buzzer
and
beater-
He like pulls up from like half court.
oh, it was again, dude. You know what? It's ironic. It's against the Raptors.
Was it against the Raptors?
Yeah.
He literally just. I think it was against the Raptors. I remember because they were wearing like the purple jersey or
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
He just walks up the court like a boss. Like he's so casual walking up and just pulls up from like 6 feet behind the 3-point line and just drains it as time expired.
Yep. For the game winner.
That blew my mind when I saw it. I was like, that is the coolest basketball player. Like you can dunk from the free throw line. You can do a 360 windmill. There is going to be nothing cooler than just a buzzer beating 3-point shot. Like that's sick.
That is very
Especially
sick.
when
No.
you do it like that.
Yeah, especially, yeah. And
Nice.
I think, oh man, just like he brought like so much like attention and like awareness to like Asian Americans. Like I
He
feel
did.
like yeah,
He
and I
was
feel
the
like
first. I think he was the first Asian NBA player to win a championship.
yeah, I think so
I think
because
that
I don't
happened this
think
year.
Yao Ming
Yeah,
ever
never won a ring.
no, which is unfortunately. But
Yeah, what a guy.
yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. I think he was a like role model to like a lot of like younger people.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, respect for him getting his ring. And I know he's playing over in like the Chinese whatever National League or something
Yeah.
over there. So hey, now he's just playing
He's
basketball
just
for fun.
He's just a superstar now.
Yeah.
Over there.
No,
People
he
are
is.
probably like, Jeremy Lin, let's go. He also went to Harvard, which is pretty crazy.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He's
Yeah,
probably just like a genius too on the side.
dude. Yeah. Hey, if he ever like somehow comes back to like Harvard for like an alumni thing, I'm like, Jeremy, I'm gonna hit you up because you're here.
Come on the pod.
Come on the
Jeremy.
pod.
Come on, Jeremy. You know you want to. That'd be pretty sweet.
No, it would be. That'd be sick, dude.
Talking to any NBA player, or any professional athlete, I would be so interested.
I'd be
to
so
talk to.
interested,
Just
yeah.
to like pick their brain, and be like, how did you do this? 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like, it's
because
incredible.
your level of like, what's it called? Just their level of like worth ethic and like how they,
they're just
persuade.
different.
It's
like,
just different. It's a different breed.
like the people always like be like, oh, like I could pick a better like. I could pick a guy off the street and he'll play better than you. Like, no, you get the worst guy in the NBA, and they're gonna smoke.
They're gonna rock you.
99% of the average of people in basketball. Like, there probably are people who like could keep a close game, but I think like
No, dude,
99% of the time, the worst guy in the NBA is going to be smoking.
smoking
dudes.
because dude, they're gonna be hitting threes, breaking your
Oh my
ankles,
gosh.
like
oh my god,
dunking.
Imagine trying to defend like Rondo. Like Rondo's not even in the prime of his career anymore. Like he's
No.
not good. He's still gonna destroy
yeah.
anyone
'Cause,
in
like,
basketball.
Because like here's a good comparison. Like how like so our school, right, our Stonehill was D2, right?
Mhm.
So when we played, or when I used to play with the basketball kids too.
Yeah.
Now, I thought they were decent, so I
Mhm.
can't imagine playing with a D1 school. But then you go above that, like okay, now you're gonna play with an NBA player.
Insane.
That's insane. Like come on, that's just
That's
so
same
different.
With, like same with like any sport though.
Yeah.
Like, they're just so good.
Dude, imagine somebody pitching like an MLB pitcher.
I've
throwing-
I've always heard that like apparently hitting like an NBA fastball or an MLB fastball is like one of the hardest things to do. I think it's absolutely right. Like
Oh,
imagine
'cause
imagine trying to hit like a 95-mile-per-hour fastball.
I would blink and be like,
you blink and it's past you.
it's already past you. Yeah.
And like you have like a split second to be like, should I swing at this? Like, is it in the right like 36-inch square box?
Dude, I can't imagine getting beamed by one.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, dude,
That's
like,
gotta be so hard. I've always wanted to
get beamed by a
just-
baseball?
not beamed by a baseball, but just take
Oh.
like try swinging at a fastball.
Yeah.
I've gotten like batting cages, but
Yeah.
like, those only go up to like 65.
Yeah,
miles an
those
hour.
don't go like, oh, I'm gonna throw 102 mile an
Like,
hour.
Oh my god, it'd be just
Dude, Justin Verlander
Right
just
past you.
throws heat at
oh
your
my gosh.
yeah.
I might. That'd be fun. I would like to try that.
Yeah.
One of these days. Just, if I ever meet Justin Verlander or Chris Sale on the street, be like, hey,
Just
you want to just throw me one pitch? It's
just-
been a lifelong dream of mine.
just throw one pitch. Hey, if your arm goes like, if you injure
Like,
yourself,
hey, like, you can warm up a little bit
Yeah.
if you need. I really just want you for one pitch.
Just one
even
pitch.
Even if it's like 80%. If they're still throwing like 85, I'd be like,
that's still
fine.
that's still fast.
That's
Like come
very
on.
fast.
That's still very fast.
I feel like Chris Sale could probably just throw gas if he wanted to, just for one pitch without a warm up.
Oh, of
He'd be like,
course.
yeah, here's an easy little 90-mile-per-hour. Like took a little sauce off the top, but it's still pretty fast.
How old is he? Is he
I think he's
30?
like 30.
Yeah, okay.
31,
So he's like
32.
in his like up there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
getting older, but I mean he's still
Pitching
Ah,
pretty.
I mean this year wasn't his best year, but 2 years ago he was really good.
He was really good, yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully they get back on track, you know.
It sucks.
So
Sox have been seeing as we're getting close to the end of the decade.
yeah,
This decade for the Sox was absolutely bananas.
it is.
Because we started off the decade, I think in like 2011, 2012, we had a huge just rebuild. I remember I was at football training camp for high school football, and which I could tell stories about that all the time. That was very fun. But I was there, and I think that was when we traded like 4 guys. I totally forget who they are now because they're irrelevant at this point. But we just junked our whole team. We're like, we're just getting back money and players and like dumping contracts.
Yeah.
and then we started the rebuild, and we got good, and then we won the World Series in 2013.
Yep.
And we went from worst to first, which was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. Like we went last in the AL East to winning the AL East and winning the whole thing. Then the next year we were the worst again.
Yeah.
And then we were the worst again. And then we won the AL East, and then we lost in the playoffs.
Yep.
And then we were the worst again. And then we were the worst. And then we won the World Series again 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And then we sucked again. It makes no sense.
So it's weird because it's like a roller coaster of,
makes no sense.
of like going up and down. Like, okay, we're good, but then now because it's weird because it's the same guys.
It's
like,
been the same ownership. I mean, I think the GMs, actually, no, we had Dombrowski was our, I actually don't know the manager.
Yeah, but see, that doesn't affect the players though.
Yeah.
Not in that sense. Like,
Yeah.
physically, we're all healthy, we're all there.
Oh yeah. Like there obviously when we got good, the years we got good, there usually was a major signing or something like.
Yeah.
We won. I think Chris Sale's first year we won. Maybe it was his second year.
Yeah.
But I think we won the World Series that year, and like JD Martinez, I know.
Oh yeah, I remember
like,
that.
all those
yeah.
big signings like generally lead to success, but then it'll be like, okay, we were really successful last year. We still have all those big name
That's
guys
what I'm saying.
we just signed.
But then we just suck.
Yeah, makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Could be a mental
The Red
thing.
Sox drive me insane. I love them. And I'm actually a big time baseball fan. People hate on baseball saying it's so boring. That's the whole point. It's wonderfully boring. Something you just put on TV like random Tuesday night in the middle of the summer, and you just listen to the baseball.
You can put that on the background.
It's
at
the
any
perfect
time.
background noise, and you always hear like, and it's like, okay, you don't want to pay attention. Like the announcers usually scream if something cool happens.
They do.
Or you hear the crack of the bat on
Yep.
TV, and you're like, oh, what happened? If you don't hear that, and you hear the mitt, and you're like, oh, it was just a strike. Like it's wonderful, wonderful background
Yeah,
noise.
I
It
feel
gets
like
too much.
I feel like going to those games are fun.
Going to games is fun. Yeah.
because you're enjoying it with your friends or family or something like that. But you're just watching some good old baseball and eating some food and
Baseball,
drinks. Yeah,
As much as people hate on baseball, it's a great sport.
it is
Not going anywhere, people. Baseball is here to stay.
forever.
Yeah, it's more sports takes right there.
No, it is. Yeah, I feel like with you, it's so easy to talk about like sports too. It's
I can
like,
talk about all sports because
Yeah.
I am a big fan of all sports except for like cricket. Cricket I actually would love to try.
Cricket-
Shout out Johnny. Johnny wants to try cricket too.
Johnny, cricket. Whoa.
But like it just seems very interesting. I don't know the rules.
Yeah, me neither. I have no idea how to play
I know
cricket.
it involves swinging a paddle bat type thing, and the ball can go either forwards or backwards. I think. I don't know how
Jeez,
that
that
works.
sounds complicated now.
And I think it's like an oval field. And there's poles. I don't think there's strikes. There's like poles that you have to hit.
To get points or something.
I don't know.
Well-
I know. I think the poles are like the strike system.
Okay, so I think we need to get somebody who's a pro cricket player to get on
Any
here.
cricket enthusiasts, please come explain the rules to me.
Because it looks fun. Like from the videos I've seen,
very,
it looks
very
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Same-
Actually, you know what sport that I will die is rugby. That.
I played rugby.
Yeah.
for,
Yeah.
for
You
a
were
year.
a former rugby
Former rugby
guy.
player. It's a violent sport.
Very
fun, though.
violent,
It's so
yeah.
much fun. Like I imagine like if they did like two-hand touch rugby, which they probably do,
Yeah.
that could be a lot more like people would be a lot more into it. Like the average
Oh, yeah, of
everyday
course, yeah,
person would be like,
because-
oh, let's go play a little intramural rugby game.
Rugby, because when you think of rugby, you think, oh, I'm gonna get CTE today.
you think violence. You think football without pads.
Yes.
What most people think. Most Americans, at least. But yeah, it's a fun sport. It's honestly has a lot of like. I never played sevens. There's two different sports really, or at least popular sports. There's 15s where it's 15 players on the field, or
Yep.
15 players per team, and then there's sevens where it's 7 versus 7.
Yeah.
Sevens is a lot faster paced, and I think they're like 15-minute games or something.
Oh, that's
like
pretty
that.
quick. Yeah.
But it's just like nonstop sprinting. I never played sevens.
Yeah.
I really wish I did since I was like pretty fast.
Yeah. Because that would have been cool to see just like, oh, now we're just running nonstop instead of
Yeah.
15s where like, okay, you're either planning it out.
15s, you actually kind of like run plays and you're just like hitting people. I don't think I've ever been as tired
Yeah.
as I was after I started my first rugby game.
Yeah.
Like, because I think full length games are 2 45-minute halves.
Yeah.
For some reason, I want to say we didn't even do a halftime or anything.
Yeah.
I think we just like played the entire game.
Yep.
And oh my gosh, I was exhausted and so sore.
Yep.
And, miserable.
Oh man.
But it was a fun time.
No, yeah, fun time,
And
definitely.
then I actually had to flip a coin before I wanted to play football, but I also liked rugby a lot.
Yeah.
So I flipped a coin, and that's actually how I ended up deciding to play football. I almost stuck with rugby.
Oh my god, that would have been very different, yeah. If you
Who knows what happened? Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? All right, well, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be right back with we have some cool stories to talk about. All right, we are back with the second half of the podcast, and Tommy, you have a famous actor you want to talk about because this guy, he's very well known, and you'll know just by when we say his name.
Chris Evans. Yeah, Chris Evans is just a couple of fun facts about him.
Yeah.
One, my mom didn't know who he was. I don't think adults. I mean, I guess not all adults follow Marvel things.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into more. But to get where this story is going, actually, before I talk more about my mom not knowing who he is. So Chris Evans is from Sudbury, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's right.
Which
He
is the town over from Wayland, which is where I live.
Yeah.
And so I found this out a couple years ago, and I was like, that is so cool. Then I found out a couple weeks ago, my mom works at a garden store. Shout out Russell's in Wayland. It's the best. So she works there, and it's in Wayland, but it's right by Sudbury.
Yeah.
I find out, she tells me that Chris Evans just goes shopping there,
no way.
Not regularly.
Yeah, but
a few times a year, whenever he's back in Sudbury.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you serious, Mom? How have you not gotten a picture with him or anything?
Yeah, that would've been sick.
And apparently he was just in there the other day.
No
and
way.
My mom was like, yeah, Chris Evans was here today. And I was like, did you see him? And she was like, I don't know what he would look like.
No.
And I was like, Mom, are you serious? Come on.
He's so well known nowadays.
And this is also literally less than a week after I watched Avengers Endgame with my parents.
Wait.
My mom and
yeah,
dad.
I was gonna say your mom watched the movie.
I was like, you seriously wouldn't recognize him? And she was like, I might, but I was like, how I would be so I would drop everything if I found out he was there.
Yeah, dude, I'd be like, whoa, Chris Evans. He has America's ass, but
that's one way to describe him. Yeah, I was like, apparently adults don't recognize him as much, which I guess makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense because he's catered more towards a younger crowd,
But yeah, he enjoys garden shopping just as much as the average man.
Yeah. I didn't know he was from Mass.
I thought he went to Lincoln Sudbury High School, I believe.
Wow.
But very cool that he just shops there, and I'm waiting for the day that my mom sends me a picture of. It's just there's gonna be one day. I know it's coming. I've accepted my fate already because I'm not gonna get to meet him, but my mom is going to get to meet him. One of these days, she's just gonna send me a selfie out of the blue of her and Chris Evans, and I'm gonna be like, God damn it, Mom! Why couldn't I be there?
Why couldn't that be me?
But yeah, so that was my story with Chris Evans. But just pretty cool that
he's a humble guy.
Very humble guy. He's very fun and active on Twitter too.
Yeah, he is. I love his Twitter. It's so funny.
Not to get too political, but he has a lot of political takes, which are very entertaining.
Yep.
But more about Chris Evans. I saw the movie Knives Out the other day.
Yep. How was that?
It was very good. It's a new murder mystery movie that came out recently. Chris Evans is one of the stars in it. There's a big cast. Daniel Craig is in it.
Oh, okay. So we have some big A-listers.
There's a few other names that I'm just blanking on at the moment.
Is this on Netflix?
No, it's in theaters.
Oh, is that actually in theaters?
Yeah. It is. Oh, it was. Okay. I could not recommend it enough though. It was. It's just a murder mystery movie. I don't want to obviously give any details because that would ruin the movie, but it was phenomenal. And I think the reviews that I've seen online have reflected just how good it was.
Okay, cool.
Great movie. Highly recommend it to everyone listening and also to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
definitely, yeah, I definitely got to check it out because like I've been itching to see more movies because I know the next movie that we're all trying to see is like Star Wars,
Star
obviously.
Wars, yeah.
Yeah, but that's just one movie out of like the
Mhm.
many movies that are gonna come out this month. But
You want to
yeah,
talk about Star Wars?
dude, we could.
I'll talk about Star. Oh, I mean, or we could talk about the Avengers with Chris Evans.
I know.
Let's talk about Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star Wars
yeah.
is more relevant.
I know, yeah, because it's coming up, and
I haven't watched The Mandalorian yet.
oh, you
I
got to.
I still haven't even
Have you
gotten
seen
Disney
all the
Plus.
Baby Yoda memes?
I know.
There's so many.
I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
I'm just still sad from Peaky Blinders being over.
Oh, that's
Well, not
right.
over, it's still-
oh, it's
still
like
got
this
some more
season. I
episodes.
still got to catch up on that for any Peaky Blinder fans.
I'm gonna
That's,
have to. I think I'll start The Mandalorian this week.
Yeah, that's doable because it's only
It's
a
just half-hour episodes.
Yeah, half-hour episodes. Like it's 5 right now, so it's
Okay.
doable.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
I
so-
might watch that tonight.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that'd be great. Because like
Okay.
again, like with all the Baby Yoda memes, and
Mhm.
no, but overall, it's just a great story.
Yeah.
And I think it really does it justice being a TV show rather than. See,
Mhm.
I feel like if The Mandalorian was a movie,
What is
it wouldn't-
What's like the premise of it? It's like a bounty hunter, right?
yeah. So
The Mandalorian is a bounty.
yeah,
hunter?
the Mandalorian, like he's a bounty hunter, and it's just like, I guess the backstory of like, I think this show takes place between it's after episode 6, before episode 7. So
Oh.
yeah, so it's between that.
Oh, I thought that took place like thousands of years ago.
No, so it's after
Ah,
6, but like
Interesting.
before 7. So it's
Oh,
like
I had
after
no
the
clue.
Empire is like gone and whatnot, but like it's just his like story of like his character, and obviously there's probably gonna be lots of Easter eggs.
Yeah, I'm sure. yeah.
Relating back to
They're probably like
the
dropping
prequels.
subtle hints about the plot points and all that.
yeah,
like,
no, but it's a really well done show. John
Huh.
Favreau, the guy who made it, like it's just dude, he's a great
he's
like director,
cool.
filmmaker. He's
Yeah,
yeah.
I just realized, John, going back to the Avengers.
No, yeah.
John Favreau, he's happy.
He is,
yeah. In the Iron Man movie.
Blows my mind. I was like, oh, I didn't know he was a
because he's a good actor.
He is.
And then I'm like, oh, he's also like the director or like whatever, like producer. of this
Yeah.
movie. Like that's insane.
Which
like,
is insane. I'm
he's
like,
so talented.
he is. He's
What a guy.
multi-talented. Dude, he's doing so awesome.
Mhm.
So
We'll hop back to Star Wars though. I do want to talk about Star
Oh,
Wars.
yeah.
I'm really excited for the new movie.
yeah.
Rise of
Do you
Skywalker.
think J.J. Abrams can rectify what? See. No offense to Rian Johnson because he's a great director overall, but
Mhm.
the writing sucked in Episode 8. It
I
just-
didn't mind Episode 8.
Yeah.
It got a lot of hate.
No, yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
I feel like to the average viewer,
Uh-huh.
even if you're a fan of Star Wars, it probably was like okay. But
Yeah.
to me, again, the writing was just too all over the place.
I see how people wouldn't like it.
yeah,
Same thing with the Game of Thrones.
that's true.
Season
Yeah.
finale. Like I see why people didn't like it. I didn't hate it.
No, yeah,
I didn't think it was that bad.
yeah.
So I thought the same of what was it?
Episode
Last
8.
Jedi?
Yeah, Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. I
Yeah.
thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
But do you think J.J. Abrams can really
Yeah.
outdo himself?
if I know J.J. Abrams, like
Yeah.
I think I know J.J. Abrams, this movie is going to be the best movie on the planet, except for Avengers Endgame.
Yeah. That's always your number one bias. Like, okay, if this can't live up to Avengers Endgame,
It's
not
yeah,
good.
Can't be the best movie ever then. But I've been I wasn't a huge Star Wars kid growing up. Like I saw all the prequels,
yeah.
and I saw the original movies, but I was never like I was always more like a Harry Potter guy.
Yeah.
But once the new ones came out,
Yep.
like when the first one came out, like 2016, something like
Yeah.
that. Whenever
When a Force Awakens came out?
Force
Yeah.
Awakens.
I think it was either 2016 2017, which is crazy to think about. Like, that was a while ago.
Yeah, when
But-
those came out, those kind of like just like boosted my fandom again. Like I've just been a big fan of them ever since.
Yeah.
I remember I watched all 6 before the like I think I watched them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Not 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
7.
You watched that all before the 7th one
Before I
came out.
saw the 7th one. The
Yeah.
7th one, Force Awakens was cool.
Yeah. People were saying it was like a rehash of the New Hope, but like I can kind of see it. But then again, you're catering to the new generation that never even saw
Yeah.
the prequels. Like,
Mhm.
like, oh, what's the New Hope? Who's Luke Skywalker? But then obviously you had to tell these kids like, hey, go watch episode 4, 5, 6, and then you'll see.
It's very funny. Apparently, I found this out not at some point in the past few years when
Yeah.
the new Star Wars movies came out. But my parents, at least, when Episode 4 was first released, it was not called Star Wars: A New Hope. It was released as just Star Wars.
Whoa.
Um,
Okay.
Maybe my parents are just dumb. I think it's definitely possible. But my dad was like, "Yeah, I didn't know it was a series," and I was like, which makes sense, I guess, because I think the first one was released in like the 70s.
Yeah.
And then the episode 5 and 6, I think were in the 80s.
80s. That makes sense.
So like maybe there was a gap. So it's like, oh, like that was a series. Like I didn't know that. But trying to explain the Star Wars chronology to someone who has no idea about it is the most difficult thing. You're like, okay, so episode 4 was released first. And then it was 5, 6, or then it was 5 and 6, and then it was episode 1,
Yeah.
which was released 30 years later.
See, that's also crazy too. Like, why do you think in George Lucas's mind, like, oh, I'm gonna make Star Wars, but I'm just gonna make the sequels first, and then I'll make the prequels. So, like, why do you think his mindset was like that?
I feel like, I mean, this would make sense with what my parents say is correct. Like if they did originally make just Star Wars as a movie, and like that's just the story that came into his head, and he was just like, how can I expand on this? And he's like, oh, here's where it'll go. And then he's like, oh, let's like give them a background. Like how did we get here?
Okay. Yeah.
And then now is he still writing these? No.
No,
Disney
owns everything.
That's wild. George
Yeah.
Lucas.
See, I feel like
he kind of messed up.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like if he never sold it, or even after that whole prequel backlash of episode 3, like I feel like if he never sold it, I think he would still be able to write pretty good. Like,
I'm sure.
type of.
That's one of those things. Like, if he, it's like with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like, even though the Game of Thrones ending sucked, like people were gonna watch it. People watched the entire final season, even though after episode 2 they were like, "This is garbage."
Yeah, they still watched it.
They still watched it because
Yeah.
they wanted to know how it ended.
That's what I'm saying.
So if George Lucas was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna just make
More.
3,
Yeah.
5, 8 more movies,"
That's
people are gonna watch it.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
They want to know how it ends
because I think the franchise outweighs like, oh, the creators like
exactly.
yeah.
Like if you have a couple bad movies, or in Game of Thrones case, a bad season. And
that's
Star Wars. They had episode Force Awakens, not Force Awakens.
8.
Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Last Jedi.
People still gonna watch.
Like
Yeah.
okay, it sucked. Like people or people say it sucked. But like again, everyone's gonna come back, be like, okay, that one was bad. How are they gonna make this one even better?
Yeah.
Like how is this gonna be closed out? How are they gonna make up for this?
Yep.
9 times out of 10, they usually knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm saying if George Lucas never
Yeah.
did sell it, I think we could have gotten decent movies. I don't know, maybe a TV show out of it. I don't know, but
I mean, it would be interesting. I'm sure he's probably regretting it a little bit at least.
Yeah.
He's probably got to be like, God damn it! You mean I could have just, I
You
could have just kept making movies, made billions of dollars.
Yeah. But see, I think at that point maybe he just had to sell it because it just wasn't going anywhere for him. But I don't know.
Disney, you got to give credit to Disney too. They've done so well with marketing and just making these movies.
Dude, they're a
have been
juggernaut.
good, too.
It's so dumb. It's like
Imagine just like being the CEO of Disney. This is back to like talking about Jeff Bezos from last episode.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Like,
dude, just imagine because you're
CEO
just
of Disney's got to have so much money.
so much money. He's just racking in like everything. He's like, yeah, I own like this, that. I own this one too. Wait, don't forget about that. Yep.
Like,
I own that
what are you watching on TV there? I own that.
too.
Like ESPN, ABC, like
Everything. They just
ton
own
more probably. I can't
Yeah,
even think
they
of.
just own everything. It's crazy.
Disney might own Fox too. I don't think they do, but
No, but
Yeah,
they're
they-
making
Fox
moves
itself.
though. They're making
like,
deals.
Disney's just, oh my gosh, so much money.
Wait, did you see? This is still relating kind of to like Marvel, maybe DC, but you see the Ryan Reynolds commercial with the gin? It was the gin, right? Oh my god,
that was the funniest commercial I've ever seen.
It was so smart and like
So-
great marketing.
Yeah, so the background for
Yep.
people who don't know, there was a Peloton, the bikes, the exercise bikes that are sweeping the nation. So there was an ad that was released, not actually that recently. It was like a couple months ago that it was
Yeah.
released, but it just gained traction now.
Yep,
Where a husband gets his wife a Peloton
for Christmas.
for Christmas, and a year later she has a video of like, oh, here's me riding my Peloton, like check it out. And and is like, oh, like I'm all happy, whatever, like riding my Peloton, and then gives it as a gift back to him. Is like, hey, like this, thank you for changing my life.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet concept, but very simple, very nice. No, wrong, false, terrible idea.
Backlash.
People on Twitter and on the internet
Roasted
were
it.
not happy.
Yeah.
Saying, oh, the husband was body shaming one of the perfect
Sexist.
little thin girl, like
Yeah.
sex. It was insane. It's a commercial. Calm down, people.
That's what I'm saying. A 30-second commercial.
But the Ryan Reynolds gin. You want to say the gin commercial?
Yeah,
It's
so the gin, oh
funny.
my god, so the gin commercial. So Ryan Reynolds, like I guess like owns like a brand of gin, and the commercial starts off with the same actress, the same actress from the Peloton commercial.
This ad must have been filmed like 2 days ago
or something like that. I don't know. And it was funny. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is like the extended like Peloton universe." But so it's the same girl from it, and she's with her girlfriends, and they were drinking the gin.
Drinking some gin.
Yeah, from it. But like it just made it seem like, oh, it's happened like right after the Peloton because they were having
just,
a
like,
girls'
sitting
night.
Sitting at the bar. One of the friends just goes, "So how you doing?" She just slugs an entire like martini glass. Like friend slides
another one. Yep, and then she chugs that one.
She's very clearly just not in the right headspace.
No.
Like it was
just
talk
amazing.
about viral marketing. That is incredible.
Yeah,
Like,
incredible. And at the end, she's like, "You look great, by the way." And that was just that was so meta. I was like, "Holy crap!" That is then you know it's a reference to the Peloton.
So funny. Oh yeah, when they tweeted it was exercise bike not included.
Yeah. And then I think Ryan Reynolds' tweet was like, "the gift that doesn't give back," which is like, oh my god. But I thought that was amazing.
That was. Props to Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
If you're listening, props.
Ryan Reynolds, amazing. And props to the Peloton girl.
Props
too.
to Peloton. I mean, she
took it like a champ.
Like, they probably reached out to her and were like, hey, we have a great idea.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, if I were her, I'd be like, hell yeah, that's, like...
Dude, she probably made bank for making those commercials.
She probably made so much money. And also, like, you just got to, like, that is... Someone brings up that idea to you, you're like, hey, like... We're going to advertise our gin by, like, making you seem like you're an alcoholic because of, like, the internet outrage of, like, this random thing. Like, she's probably, like, anyone with, like, a sound mind is, like, that is genius.
Genius, dude.
Like, it's just no one would, like, I can't imagine. I can't believe how they thought of that. Like, I wouldn't have thought to do something like that.
Yeah, because I wouldn't think of that idea. I'm like, oh, there's backlash from this Peloton commercial. How can we make it so that it involves involves our product? And that worked perfectly.
Clearly, they make it gin. Yeah, that's very funny. What I find interesting, something I thought of as I was watching it. I think the FCC, is that the federal?
Yep.
The Cable Commission, whatever.
Something like that. Yeah.
They're the one that deal with the TV stuff. There's a rule. There's a law. The FCC. Where you're not allowed to drink alcohol in commercials. You can show alcohol and do all that stuff.
Okay.
I think it was highlighted in a Heineken ad with Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm going to go drink this beer off screen. And then he goes and you hear him drinking the beer. A very, very funny little jab at it. But I found it interesting that, like, we're never going to see that gin commercial on TV.
Oh, no,
because
we
it
won't.
Involves them drinking.
Yeah.
That's why he tweeted it,
which
I thought was very cool. And that's just like, that's just free advertising.
It is.
Like, you don't have to pay for space.
No.
Oh my God, the internet, incredible.
Because I forgot, like, for Twitter, they don't censor. That's why I love Twitter, because like they don't censor a lot of things, and there's no rule that says, oh, I can't post this little video here that involves this, because he can do that. Yeah.
It's just a creative video. Like, it's not technically. I mean, it is an ad, yes, but
like it's just
a little clip.
A little clip. Yeah. But dude, that was an amazing commercial.
He's so smart.
I can't wait for Deadpool 3. Oh, Deadpool 3.
Are making a Deadpool 3?
Huh? I'm assuming so. Like, I don't think they're.
How did Deadpool 2 end?
No.
2.
Well, I can't spoil
oh,
it.
Yeah. I remember how Deadpool 2
Okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah. Okay. They're probably
no, because I think they're gonna make one, and then I think he'll be able to cross. I think he met with Marvel. And I think they're gonna do.
You think he's coming into Phase 4 or?
Dude, some sort of crossover. They have to do some sort of crossover because I know Fox owns Deadpool, but I think they might make a deal. Be like, okay, Deadpool can cross over because, dude, I feel like Ryan Reynolds has so much say because he can be like, yeah, I'm not playing this character, and then you can't say anything because Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Like, oh my gosh, yeah, he has a lot of the power there because people
Yeah.
love just the Deadpool movies and
Yeah,
just like
you can't,
and he's just perfect.
dude. He was Pikachu for crying out loud.
He was Pikachu, yeah.
Yeah,
I never saw that movie. Was
you
it
still
good?
haven't seen
I
it?
still haven't seen it. No, was it good?
Yes, dude. You have to watch it. It's so
I
good.
will see that one.
Yeah.
I'll see it when it's on like
because
Netflix or
at
something.
first like I thought, oh, these Pokemon don't look realistic and all that, but the story and the writing and the plot line was just amazing, and I was like, Ryan Reynolds is a perfect Detective Pikachu.
Huh. I'll have to check
Yeah.
that one out. I'll probably watch it online sometime soon,
Oh yeah,
along with the Mandalorian.
yes, of course. But whoa, wow, I love how we segued from Star Wars to Ryan Reynolds. But
Yeah.
that was a good one. That was good.
Ryan Reynolds, what a guy.
Yeah. Actually, do you think? Actually, no, he won't, because I was gonna say, will I think he'll ever be in the DC universe again? Probably not, because that's
When was
that-
he in the? What was he in the DC universe? He was,
he
he
the
was
Green
the Green Lantern.
Lantern. Yes.
That's tough.
That debacle of a movie.
We forgive you, Ryan. That was
That
a tough
so
movie.
bad. Yeah. Actually, it's funny. They are making a Green Lantern TV show, but it's gonna be on
Okay.
HBO. So I hope that goes well. Yeah, because HBO has
HBO generally doesn't flop.
no,
They're-
and they have a stupid budget. Their budget is stupid. It's like they have so much money.
HBO like doesn't make movies unless they like truly believe in them. Movies or TV shows.
TV
unless
shows,
they, like,
yeah.
Truly believe in
So
them,
hopefully,
which I think is good. Like
yeah, hopefully it does well.
every HBO movie or show I've watched
Has been
good.
bad. There has been a bad show on
And
HBO.
I never finished Chernobyl.
You never finished that? Jesus, dude, it's been years.
I know it's so good. I watched like the first 2 episodes and I
Oh
never
my
finished
God.
it. There's only 5 episodes.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, it's pretty short.
I'm gonna finish that one. I think
Okay.
that's on the highest of my priorities.
Yeah. Jesus.
Along with the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That's a
man,
tough one.
that's a tough one, dude. Because I know there's a lot of shows for me on Netflix that I haven't finished,
Mhm.
but that's fine because I can always keep adding it to my list.
Yeah.
But oh wait, what's another show? Did we talk about this before? Have you seen The Boys on Amazon Prime?
I haven't. I heard great things about it.
Yeah,
but I
season
never got
2
around to
trailer
watching it.
dropped, and it looks
saw that.
looks intense.
They're superhero children, right?
So no. So The Boys is like a parody of like the Justice League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Yeah. They're like bad superheroes.
Yeah, but it's like
Yep, yep,
so
yep.
nitty gritty, very violent, but it's so funny.
I'll probably have to give that a try. I've heard
Yeah.
good things about it. I need to go on just a good old
Binge.
TV watching binge.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't done one of those in a while.
I know. I feel like I need to do one of those just to get more ideas and just like
Stay up with the times.
Yeah, just rack my brain around like all this type of thing because since I enjoy watching films and TV shows. So
Yeah.
but oh man, there's so many great TV shows.
A lot of good TV shows.
A lot of good TV shows.
What else?
How do we wrap back into?
TV shows. Let's see what else I have on my note. Oh, here's one relevant for me this morning.
Yeah.
Hangovers. Why? Why do they exist? They're the worst. How have we not fixed this yet?
That's true.
Like how have we not been like, hey, take this pill, you're gonna feel great.
That's what I'm saying. I'm curious why someone hasn't invented some sort of medication type of thing where this hangover thing that's happening to me. I just need to take this. In a couple seconds, it's gone.
Like there's all those. I mean, I guess there are like products that people advertise as doing that, and I've just never tried them. But like, people have been having hangovers since alcohol existed.
Yes.
Like that's just a thing.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Thousands of years, people have been waking up the day after drinking feeling terrible. But thing is, when it was in like ancient Roman times, they just got drunk again, so it didn't matter. But yeah,
I'm
hangovers,
yeah,
they're the
I'm
worst.
shocked. Yeah.
Like, there's got to be some sort of technology where it's like, hey, take this pill. It has 5,000% of your daily value of vitamin C, and it's gonna make you feel great.
Oh my god! And imagine in the future, there's like a thing where you just have to drink either one sip or anything. You just get drunk so fast.
That would be
Imagine?
good too.
Yeah.
Dangerous, but good.
No, but I'm saying like you get drunk to the point where you're feeling good.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You're not
Where
gonna
it's like-
you're not gonna be drunk where you're throwing up, but like you just take one sip or something, and you're instantly feeling good.
That'd be
like
pretty
that.
sweet.
Yeah,
That'd be wonderful.
wonderful, dude.
Take 2 sips, get a little tipsy.
Yeah,
know,
you're good. Yeah.
black out at the bar.
Oh my god.
Climb on top of the roof.
You wake up like, whoa, was I on a roof last night?
3 sips, dead.
Oh my god.
That would be that'd be a little dangerous. But I mean, again, I think it'd be pretty.
Dude, I feel like with the technology we have, or that's going to be developed in the
I'm
future.
sure someone's gonna make like
Yeah.
pure alcohol in like a drinkable.
Yeah, or something like that.
Something you can
Or
actually
you
drink.
remember the movie like Limitless with like
Oh my gosh, I'm just waiting for that pill to come
Bradley
out.
Cooper?
'Cause
Yeah.
it's gonna come out one of these days.
That's what I'm saying. If you
Even
take
though apparently it's not true that you only use 10% of your brain. Apparently you actually use like 60,
60.
which is still what the hell's the other 40% doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's 40% of
I
my
think the other 40% is like making sure your actual body is just like
Alive?
staying autonomous. Yeah, like doing your breathing and everything. But
Okay, well, I remember when I watched that movie, I was like, oh, it's just one pill, and then see, but the thing is, like, if you use 100% of your brain, like, I don't think, like, how would your brain overload everything then? Like, how would your mind not be able to keep up with your body? You know?
yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it works. I actually saw a Reddit thing a couple probably months ago at this point. It was like one of those like I don't know if you ever read like scary stories on Reddit.
Yeah, I read those.
No Sleep is very entertaining. They're
Yeah.
just like scary stories. There was one where someone takes that type of like Limitless Pill as like a beta test, like medication product test.
Yeah.
And it works to the extreme where his brain is moving so fast that he thinks his body is moving like in slow motion.
What?
To the extreme though.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, it took me 10 years to fall down the stairs because he couldn't control his body
That's
because he was moving
crazy.
too slow. So
Yeah.
he's like, basically, it very.
Dude,
I don't want to spoil the whole thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, it's crazy to think that like, I mean, if you took a pill like that, that kind of would make sense. Like,
Yeah, that makes
maybe your
sense.
body wouldn't be able to
You
keep up with your
yeah.
brain.
Holy shit.
Very interesting though, just to think about. Like, yeah, if I'm just moving 100 miles an hour in my brain,
in your brain, but your
like,
body
my
can't.
body can't do that, and like, it probably would feel like time is moving a little
Dude,
slower.
Okay, that makes sense. That's wild to
It
think
was
about.
very interesting Reddit post though.
Yeah.
Just reading about it.
Because I feel like if your brain is moving at that pace, then your body hasn't developed yet to be able to handle that type of.
Yeah, like, and it's like, if I'm telling my brain, it's like, okay, pick up my phone. Like, I can only do that so fast. Like, I might be like, pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up the phone in my
Yeah.
head, and then 5 seconds later, I haven't even moved to pick up my phone. And it's like, okay, I gotta go do something else right now.
Oh my god, jeez, that's crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm. The movie Limitless though is
No, Bradley Cooper does a great job of.
Bradley Cooper does a great job. That whole movie is just very interesting. I mean, obviously, it's an interesting concept.
Yeah,
Very well done. Bradley Cooper's a great actor.
he is.
Um,
He was a great raccoon.
oh yeah,
And
I
then-
didn't realize he was Rocket
Me neither.
for the longest time. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like him.
When the movie first came out, I was like, "Oh, who's Rocket Raccoon?" And then you read the credits,
Bradley
I'm like,
Cooper.
"I didn't know he did that voice."
Yeah, it doesn't sound like him at all. But
No.
Bradley Cooper's a great guy.
Yeah.
The movie Limitless, for whatever reason, will always be connected in my mind with the movie Jumper. The one where the guy can
yep.
teleport.
Yep,
Um,
that's a cool power.
That's a very cool. We can talk about superpowers too. But for whatever reason, those two movies are connected. I think it's because I was watching on like FX or something, and they were doing like a movie marathon.
Oh, like a
and those
back
two
to
are,
back,
back-to-back.
yeah.
But and I also think they were like released around the same time.
I think so.
But like early to probably mid to late 2000s actually.
Yeah, but that's
But yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah, like those.
Jumper's a very good movie.
It is. Yeah, I like
Being able to teleport would be super cool.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to think of like where you want to go. Like, all right, let me think of like the pyramids. Boom, you're there.
Yeah,
you know?
pyramids. Let me just take a quick vacation. Don't have to buy a plane
No.
ticket. Like,
Yeah.
Jet lag probably be crazy though.
What, jet lag of
Like,
teleporting?
Jet lag of teleporting, like you're.
Oh, right. Because
I mean, it would
I
hit
remember.
you just as hard.
No,
as,
yeah,
as
because I
for a
remember
plane
when
would.
he tried to bring somebody with them, they puked like immediately after.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, they must be when
Like,
you're traveling through that.
Imagine you're like, it's nighttime in Boston. You're like, okay, I'm gonna teleport to Australia, and then it's like, oh, middle of the day. It's also summer.
Oh my god. Dude, that's crazy. But oh crap, looks like we're about to hit an hour though. So man, again, we could easily
We can keep going
we can
for
easily
hours.
keep going, yeah. But again,
We'll save that for future episodes.
save that for future episodes. You know, we could easily have a segment about superheroes. But yeah, we talked about a lot today.
some
so
sports,
some
some
movies,
movies,
TV shows,
TV shows.
some good things in there.
Touched a little bit on the brain.
Yeah, the brain. Yeah, I should bring like a doctor on here and be like, okay, can you prick my brain real quick?
Let us ask you the stupidest questions possible and see how you can answer them.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Well, hope you guys enjoy this episode. Again, you already know where to find Tommy.
At the Real TB on Twitter.
Yep.
Underscores, not spaces.
Underscores, not spaces. And again, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at allvanallday. And just be sure to listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, and all the other social platforms.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, smash that subscribe button and then comment what topics you guys want us to cover next. And we'll see you on the next one.